Folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is my goodness. It is Monday, December 2nd, 2019. Oh, what time is it? 11:17 in the morning. Monday 2nd already, December 2nd. Oh, I hope and trust that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Um, I excuse me. I certainly did. I mean, it wasn't anything too, exciting, celebratory. Um, got dinner delivered from Union Station. My worker had, my case manager had asked me previously if I wanted anything from Union Station because they were doing their annual dinner in the park. And because of the rain, it had to be moved indoors. That's kind of what I was hoping. I hope, that it wasn't going to be canceled. And I mean, there could have been many avenues had the rain really been bad, but um, it wasn't so bad. People got fed, and they came and delivered food to our household for my housemates and I as well. So it was cool. Had dinner and boom, right off to work I went. So we opened up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and. Thanksgiving evening, not too many people actually. I'd say walking up, maybe there must have been 30 or so, give or take a few people waiting in line. I was just kind of chuckling. We had all the shopping carts lined up, blocking off the front of the door as a preventative measure. Do not cross the red tape type of situation. But that was pretty funny. But yeah, and then we had our meeting and we kind of stood at the entrance, kind of like the promenade, kind of like the old fashioned Soul Train promenade, and we're cheering people on. It was fun, You got to cheer people. I mean, yeah, I guess we could be at home enjoying Thanksgiving dinner, but me, honestly, I'd rather work the holiday. Um, you know, right now it's just me and Frankie. So working the holidays is no big whoop. I'd rather make the money anyway. Need the money so that way I can uh, start saving up again. Because honestly, just the little. I mean, and I had like I had less than $100 saved and tucked away. And because of these hours, the 4 hours a day, it just started eating, and the paycheck just eating and eating. But we've all experienced it. It's just the way it is. It is just a little bit. It is a little harder for me because I'm, you know, 18 to 23 hours of work a week. Just next to impossible. And it's well, just get another job. The whole premise of being employed is having only one job, just one solitary job. To make ends meet. And if there's any other emergencies or any other extra things you need or come across in life, then that's where the whole thing comes in to get a second job. But our lifestyles, we were never meant to have two, three jobs at a time just to equate what we would need to earn in one solitary job. Now we got to pick up two and three jobs. Nah, and this that doesn't make sense, right? It just because everybody said, just get another part time. It honestly, it doesn't behoove me. It costs me more to have a second job, and that all goes into transportation. So I'll have to go from point A to point B job, and then from point B job to point C another job, and there's more transportation, and then come back. Yeah, it really defeats the purpose. So just that lifestyle, this type of uh, American work life doesn't seem to exist anymore. Most certainly, I mean, definitely in retail, Target just doesn't have full time jobs anymore. It's It's all part time with a few key employees that do get more than the regular. But I understand it, and that's okay. But departments in areas like mine, on the sales floor, cashier, yeah, we're all down to 4 and 3/4, or almost 5 hours a day. The bare minimum, the state requirement. So that's just the way our lifestyles are now. There's really no such thing as full time, I guess, in retail. So hopefully, be getting a phone call from the other perspective, and that'll be a little bit more hours, and I'll decide where I'm gonna go and what to do. And I've been thinking about uh, visiting a former avenue of employment, but I got to do a little bit more work and see uh, how compatible I am with today's the way the business goes now today, and what I used to do in my career in printing. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. I have the capability, I have the knowledge, I know I have the eye, I have the talent, I have the artistic needs, I have all that. It's to be in printing. It's just, am I too old? Am I not knowledgeable enough to get back into such working environment? I mean, I know what to do. This is gonna sound funny. I'm a damn great stripper, film stripper. Used to be anybody that knows anything about the printing industry, publishing. Uh, when people would say, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "Oh, I'm a four-color stripper." "You're a stripper?" "No, I strip film." "You strip on film?" "No, no, no. I take film and I do this, and I images, and I shoot on my camera, and plate making, and the whole thing." So yeah, for many years it was funny, and I would just chuckle. It's like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "Four-color stripper." Yeah. So, but I've been thinking about that. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely more money, and definitely uh, the hours would be there, because when it comes to that kind of manufacturing, and consistency and reliability is something that is really needed and warranted from an employee that works in the printing industry. And I have all that. Definitely not to sound conceited, but yeah, printing is, yeah, that's, yeah. I actually thought about looking back into getting into media, maybe uh, see about getting back into being a master control operator. I I don't know, that was that was a different gig, but I don't know how that is. I think that would be definitely a little bit more harder to get back into. Printing would be a lot easier for me to get back into. That's like breathing oxygen for me. It just comes second nature. The only thing I lack is all my tools, so I would have to be subject to being provided tools, and all my tools are pretty expensive. Wife number one has all that, and she didn't destroy or sell it. So all my blades, my scribes, my pica poles, everything, my film calculator. And actually, they may actually make calculators. TI actually makes this calculator that's used in the printing and film industry for measuring film, and inches, feet, picas, and what have you, and conversion and everything. And it's funny. It's funny because I personally, I hated math. Math was the worst subject in school for me as a kid, and my mom did an excellent job with math and everything. And I had basic math. Never in a billion years would I ever thought that the one thing that I really, really disliked in life, math, I would be using the most. And I never really thought about it until I think maybe a few years into doing what I was doing. I'm like, I used to hate it. I hated fractions too, and I work with a lot of fractions and thousands, sixteenths, picas, and all this, and um, that's just it. Just comes back right now. It's second nature. How much I need to move, or what I really liked. My forte is step and repeat. Step and repeat is where you take an image and you put multiple images of the same image on one sheet to reduce the cost, to get more out of printing, to reduce the cost. And it's just real. It's a lot. So I've done that manually. I've done that on a step and repeat machine. Yeah, printing is my gig, and I totally love it. It's just a matter of finding the right facility and the right place to so that they'll take this old fart. And today's my day off. I pretty much already did my errands. Um, we had a house meeting here. Uh, I turned in my rental application, folks. Turned in my rental application. Um, Union Station was they paid for my application fee, so thank you God. That it's only $35, but that's $35 that I really would have been struggling from here to payday. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Union Station. Union Station. Thank you, everybody. Uh, little by little, it's getting there. It's just patience, right? Patience is always the key, my friends. Yeah. So, and then I was coming up. One of the pastors here at the church was delivering. Look at this. This is. Uh, I got a whole box of King's Hawaiian bread. I love this stuff. I got really fat as a kid off this stuff. King's Hawaiian bread. They didn't have the rolls really too popular, but I remember they had the big bread. And I remember one time my mom brought home some. She thought it was kind of cool. She's seen the commercials, and we tried it. It was great. Sliced off a big triangle piece, put it in the toaster, slap some butter. That was it for Charlie. Charlie got so fat. And then my mom regretted, just like she would actually, if she bought any, she would actually have to hide the package of bread. So look at this, Mom. Who would ever thought your son now has a? I'm actually gonna. I got to give some packages to my friends, so I cannot eat an entire box of bread. Maybe before my gastric bypass, definitely I could, and that would be a sight to see. I can see it right now. But other than that, it's been a good day. It's been a good weekend. Thanksgiving was good. Worked yesterday. Got off work. Walked home. Uh, Today's nice. It's not as cold. It has been cold. For the past few nights. The overnight. Last night wasn't too cold. Just keep thinking about my friends and walking home Saturday night, and it was really really cold. It was kind of sprinkly and wet outside, and I was just thinking, God, how the heck? I still amaze myself how I did this, because walking home I was just like, God, I'm such a wuss, and and I'm just like freezing. I got my headphones on and I'm thinking, how the heck did I do it? It's just survivor's instinct. It's just human nature that if you want to survive bad enough, you'll just hang on. Just hang on to that cliff with whatever nails are down to the nub, down to the bone, the marrow. You just keep holding on, hoping, and little by little you just kind of claw your way up the cliff and getting a better grip hold. Once you get a foothold, and then you can pull yourself a little bit. That's how I can best equate with surviving out there. It's just hanging by a ledge. You know, and there's times when all you got to do is just relax and let go and fall to the bottom. And into that abyss, and that abyss is never ending. So I didn't want to be part of that. If it had a bottom, I didn't want to be there. So here I am today. Turned in my rental application, so we'll see her. Get a phone call whenever, and get a phone call from the other job whenever. It's just trying to do the right things, and trying to line up my ducks. And as we all know, trying to keep ducks in a line is not an easy task. Thinking of Two and a Half Men. Oh, you can't keep ducks in a row. They're all silly nilly. Jake, the little boy. So I think that's about it, my friends. I'm done for the day. I go back to work tomorrow. I'm working for the next 2-3 days, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we got more rain coming in, I think, tomorrow. If not Wednesday, we got another front coming in. Yeah, everything's good right now. So, what more can I say? And we'll see what happens. All right. So, you folks just keep your fingers crossed for me and say a prayer, and that's the best we could all do is just wait and see and hope and pray. Right? It's all we can do in any of our lives. Wait and see, hope and pray, and beyond that, we have no control. So why stress it, right? If it's not in our hands, fuck it. Don't stress about it. Yes, I am one to talk, most definitely. I don't always adhere at that spoken moment, but it does come to me, and you beautiful people just with your comments, it's the reassurance and that everything's going to be okay and that I'm doing things right. That helps me keep myself on track. All right, my friends. So with that, I'm going to fire up the old Model T over here, crank her up, and see if she won't start, and then I will upload this video. So until then, you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide in that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And Charlie got some stuff done. He put in his rental application, so he's waiting to hear from them. He will be waiting to hear from them, and he's waiting to hear from a prospective employer. And I also want to say that I got some really bad news from a friend of mine, someone that I met last year, and just a really good friend, and found out that this person is gravely ill, and I said this to another friend. I hope that when he decides to take this person, or because she's already afflicted with this disease, that he has grandiose plans for her, because we need her out here. She's just a great person, and I just need this person here. There's no need for this person to go away. So, but in the grand scheme of things, if that's what it is, I guess that's what it is. But wish I could win the lottery so I could take care of this person. It's like, seriously, it's just, I talked with the other friends. So many people I want to take care of. There's only so much of me, and I have only so much money. And there's just not enough of either of it to go around to help as much as I want to help. Can't do that. If I could just have a fraction of the wealth of what Bill Gates or any of these super billionaires have, I could just do so much and be more effective than this. But for the meantime, this is all I have, and you folks do your part by telling folks, and what little I can educate you folks about homelessness and my life and my challenges and my struggles continuing on. And I know you reflect this and you tell this to me, that it gives you some inspiration that it's not impossible no matter what. That's my reward. And screw the monetization. This is my reward. I do like the monetization, though I don't know how it's going to go December 1st, but this is, you telling me even little things like when I went to the museum, he said, I used to have that wooden horse when I was a child. See, that kicks me. That I like. I'm glad I could stir up some memories of when you were a child, and that's why I'm not gimmicky. That's why everything is real. This is me, you know. All right, my friends, I will let it go here. So I will post this up in a bit. You guys have a beautiful Monday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Sorry I took a time off in between. I just really tired, and I just need a day off. I do that on Facebook too. There's times when I'm off Facebook for a good day and a half. I just don't want to do anything. I just want to concentrate on me, and I know you folks understand that. So you folks have a beautiful Monday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I love you all. Comments, good or bad, below. If not, email, and I will address or not address, and just via email. All right. Enough chat. You guys have a great one. Bye-bye.